everyone, and happy Video Monday, and thank you so much for your awesome Video Monday request that you posted on my Facebook page. So good, you guys. So this week, I want to answer this question: how to stay motivated to eat healthy during your moon cycle when hormones are all over the place. So I've done a couple videos, I believe, in the past about PMS, but this specifically, so some women more than others are really in tune with the cycles of the moon, and so they actually start to menstruate or to have their cycles sync up with the moon, which can intensify those PMS crazies even more. So if you're already subject to PMS, this is going to intensify things more. Now, let me just talk briefly about hormones and PMS. So if you have PMS, if you're experiencing extreme discomfort before your menstruation, then there's some kind of hormone imbalance going on. It may be slight, it may just be the simple rising and falling of things that happens, which is quite natural. But if your symptoms are extreme, there's something wrong. Either you have like some kind of weird food allergy going on, and your hormones might be out of balance. So the first thing to do is to find out where your hormones are at. So ask your family doctor to do a female hormone panel. You really want to take a look at what your levels are at, your estrogen levels, your progesterone levels, your testosterone levels. Wild fluctuations of any of these in an irregular way could be exacerbating symptoms. Thyroid issues and adrenal issues can also exacerbate PMS. So those are other things to look at. In general, to answer your question though, how to stay motivated when you are approaching your cycle, especially if you're super synced up with the moon, here are some ideas. Number one, when you're in your PMS time, blood sugar irregularities are more common. So no matter what, huge spider on my foot, no matter what eating style you like to adopt, like I generally eat 3 square meals a day, but during that week before my period, I throw that out the window because I find I do much better with having more frequent meals. So you want to keep your blood sugar as stable as possible always, but especially this is helpful during PMS. This is going to help you probably to avoid those food cravings that are almost inevitable. The other thing is I would suggest emphasizing proteins and healthy fats. Fats are super stabilizing to the emotions, and sugars are kind of the opposite. So really emphasize the fats. And what I do personally is if I find myself with a crazy carb craving, sugar craving going on, this is the only week of the month that it happens for me sometimes, I go for something with like fat in it. And I find that that helps to curb the craving a lot more than if I give in to something with sweetness, like frozen banana ice cream or something like that. Like it just doesn't, I find whenever I reach for the sugars, it almost makes me want more of them. So I would say that when you're experiencing craving, have a big glass of water. Try taking a shot of apple cider vinegar. That can help curb it. And if all else fails, just have a snack. But I would really emphasize the proteins and the fats over the carbs and the sugars, so starchy things. Now that said, serotonin levels, which are your happy hormone, serotonin is the happy hormone, it tends to dip as well during PMS. So you want to make sure you're not on a super, super low carb diet or you're going to suffer even more. So have lots of vegetables, have some lower glycemic fruits, have some whole grains if you tolerate them, for sure. Don't go low carb. If you do feel better eating overall low carb, which again I do, you still are likely going to find that you'll benefit from increasing your carbs during that week. Again, this is something that I do, and I find that it helps. Just again to keep your mood up a little bit more. What else? With regards to the moon, just try not to fight it and try not to be mad at the moon for making you feel these intense symptoms. Instead, really just try to connect, meditate. Meditation and yoga during the week of your period is going to help so much. I would, during that week, skip the CrossFit and all these crazy hardcore workouts and really do things that are going to be emotionally balancing. That can help huge. Generally, energy is lower during the PMS week too. So give yourself a break. Go for walks. Make sure you do your daily meditation. Go to yoga classes. Do those gentler things. This is also what I do. I basically, on that week before, I definitely let go more. I definitely eat more. And I definitely switch up my exercise to more gentler forms. And I find all of these things just help to take the edge off. It's hard enough as it is having these fluctuations that happen. Even if your hormones are pretty balanced, the fluctuation is still frigging uncomfortable. All you girls know it, including me. So take the pressure off yourself. Do what you can. The other thing that I find helps me, guys, over everything is just telling myself, this will pass, this will pass, this will pass. Try not to get all reactive to it. So that's what we do in meditation, right? We're learning to be the watcher of the emotion. We're learning to be a watcher of the symptom without reacting to it and freaking out. So that's the number one thing you gotta focus on. In terms of vitamins and supplements for PMS, here are a few things, a few ideas for you. B6, super important. Zinc, super important. Magnesium. I would take those three things daily, all month long perhaps, or at least in the second half of your cycle. So from ovulation to the day of your menses beginning. Take those three things every day. That will help. I guarantee it, or at least I feel confident in it. I shouldn't guarantee it. Omega-3, also really, really helpful. If you have an imbalance in terms of your fatty acids, so if you're taking in a ton of omega-6 and 9, which a lot of vegetarians do, you might develop an imbalance with regards to your omega-3. So taking an omega-3 supplement can also be super helpful for balancing and stabilizing moods. So I hope, as always, that this has been helpful to you. Thank you again for your awesome requests, and I will be doing the others that you guys posted in the coming weeks. Follow my Facebook page, Teshia Maher, and the Home of Living Live, and visit my website, www.teshiamahar.com. Always available to you guys when needed for nutritional consulting, as well as one-on-one private yoga. Reach out whenever you're in need. I'm here for you. Thanks, guys, and have a great week.